There's another hard-hitting ad out against Sarah Palin on a different issue. It's the aerial hunting of the wolves. We covered this in one of our post-game shows for our members only, right? And we did it in the post-game show because I thought, it's an interesting little issue, but it's not that big a deal, right? And I had mixed feelings about the ad because I get it. If you're going to do a hunting of wolves to limit the wolf population in Alaska, you got to shoot them at some point. And if you show me a gory picture of a wolf getting shot, I know it's a little heart-wrenching, but I get the rationale behind it. So I wasn't even sure it was entirely that fair or that effective. I was totally wrong. Remember, I think it was JR who was saying, what are you talking about? These are the kind of ads that work, right? Everybody in the studio was saying, no, Cenk, you don't get it. These are the ads that work. Well, you guys were right, and I was wrong. I didn't say that they wouldn't work, to be fair to me, because I like to be fair to me. But they did a study of all the different ads and which ones were the most effective. Aerial hunting of wolves. Off the charts. People who watch it, especially women who watch it in swing states, are like, yeah, she's cruel. I don't like her. So let's have fun. Let's show you the most effective ad in the campaign.
The more voters learn about Sarah Palin, the less there is to like. As Alaska governor, Sarah Palin actively promotes the brutal and unethical aerial hunting of wolves and other wildlife. Using a low-flying plane, they kill in winter when there is no way to escape. Riddled with gunshots, biting at their backs in agony, they die a brutal death. And Palin even encouraged the cruelty by proposing a $150 bounty for the severed foreleg of each killed wolf, and then introduced a bill to make the killing easier. Do we really want a vice president who champions such savagery? Defenders of Wildlife Action Fund is responsible for the content of this advertising.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Obama should take a note from these guys. Obama didn't run this ad. It was the Defenders of Wildlife Action Fund, okay? Now, I said this on a previous show. I'll know that Obama has done enough when I get to the point where I go, well, that ad's a little unfair, right? That's when I say, okay, now he's got the right balance. That's exactly how I feel about this ad. And that's why it's so effective. See, this is a Republican-like ad. It's a little unfair. Let me ask you real quick again, J.R. Jesus, am I too soft in criticizing that aerial wolf hunting commercial?
Are you soft in criticizing it?
Yeah.
Are you soft because you criticize it?
Yes.
Well, I was just trying to figure out where you stand then, because you're all over the place, John McCain. What's going on? First, in the same section, I didn't want to say this to you, but you brought it up. In the same breath, you're like, Barack Obama's too boring in some of these ads. He doesn't hit hard enough. But then again, this wolf ad is too hard. Well, what do you want, homie?
No. That's a great question. I'm really glad you asked it, because I don't want people to be confused on it. Here's the situation. I'm wearing two different hats. Well, the one hat is I'm an objective guy looking at the ads and telling you what makes sense and doesn't make sense. And I'm telling you in that ad is a little much, right? It's a little unfair to Sarah Palin. Now, the second hat I'm wearing is political advisor to Barack Obama. Be unfair. Okay? Don't be crazy unfair, because then you're going to get heat for it and it's not going to do you any good. But be a little unfair. Okay? Get it to the point where it's like the wolf ad, where you're like, I'm a little uncomfortable with that ad. Then I know you've done enough. You're nowhere near that. Okay? You're at a 2 and I need you to be at an 8. I don't need you to be at a 10, but I need you to be at an 8. And that wolf hunting ad is like at an 8. You see what I'm saying? Does that make sense to you?
Your two hats, I can see your two hats, yes.
All right, there you go.
Bye.
All right, there you go.